I got a heart transplant.
But the physiological changes Anne-Marie experienced were not the only surprises her new heart had in store for her.
I do like pickles now. They were okay, but I kind of, if I have a hamburger or whatever, I make sure I put pickles on my burger. So that might be a gift from my donor. I don't know, but that's just one thing that's changed for me.
Anne-Marie is not the only transplant recipient who has claimed to have developed new tastes after surgery. Tastes that they think come with the new organ.
A friend of mine, he liked coffee before his transplant, but now he has 2 cups a day, one for himself and one for his donor.
Some people who've investigated this phenomenon believe donor organs hold and pass on certain characteristics and experiences. One of the most famous anecdotes of the transfer of donor traits is the story of Claire Sylvia. Claire was an American heart and lung transplant recipient.
The remarkable part of your story is you actually then began to have cravings of a young teenage boy. Is that true?
First thing that happened was in the intensive care. When the people from the press came in, they asked me, now that I had this miracle, what did I want more than anything? And my reply was, I'd die for a beer right now. A beer, and I'm not a beer drinker. And that kind of took me by surprise that I had said it. And my thought was, well, maybe my donor was a beer drinker.
Claire came out of her transplant surgery craving beer, junk food, reckless driving, leather miniskirts, and rap music. Things she'd never been interested in before.
I had received the organs of a young man who had been killed, an 18-year-old had been killed in a motorcycle crash. I found my donor family. They corroborated all these things, the food preferences and so forth. And they said, well, you know, Timmy's favorite food was chicken nuggets. When they said that, I said, oh, my God. I never told anyone this, but the first thing I did when they gave me permission to drive myself was I found myself going to a Kentucky Fried Chicken place to get chicken nuggets, something I've never done before. I believe that there is memory in all of our organs. And when you take such a massive amount of tissue as heart and lungs and you put it from one person to another, something's got to come over with it. You've got the DNA, you've got the cellular structure in it, and it's the makeup of the whole person. It's like putting one floppy disk that you've programmed from one machine into another. It comes with what it was programmed into from the first machine that it was in. And there's just a transference. It was memory, but it was as if it wasn't my memory. It was his memory.